Hi, Cindi.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you for inviting us into your homes, Whiskey Wednesday live at 5. And this is the first time we're broadcasting from YouTube. And so we're very excited that you are bringing us into your home or your office or wherever you're coming from. And it's the day before Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to thank everyone who tunes into ScotWeek and has been so supportive of us. We're very grateful for you. I'm very grateful for our entire board. Everyone's been so good this year during COVID. And I just wanted to show to you this Angel Share glass. So I have a stopper from Angel Share glass. They're one of ScotWeek's major sponsors. And just let me show you. Such a beautiful little stopper. So if you enjoy having water in your whiskey, which I actually don't, you should go to their website. The link is in the description down below, and you can check out what they have for sale. And these make great Christmas gifts. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about Visit Scotland, one of our other major sponsors. So for all of you who are excited that the world is opening up next year in 2022, go to Visit Scotland website and follow them and follow their social media and start planning your trip now, because something that we've been seeing as a trend is that people are getting out into the world after COVID is that people are traveling more than ever. And I really think a lot of things in Scotland are going to be booked and sell out pretty early on. So start planning your trip and use the Visit Scotland website as a great tool for where you want to go and what you want to see. There's so many beautiful places in Scotland. I have my own little tour that I like to do. More on that later. And then also want to share with you about Graham Kerr, Scots of the World, and direct you to his website, and another major sponsor of ScotWeek. And just wanted to let you know he has some exciting products coming out. He's launching a new website either next week or the week after, and we will have him live on with us for that, so you can see what they're doing. But basically, they have these little boxes that they're going to be mailing monthly. You can choose the monthly schedule, or you can choose to order these boxes quarterly. And it's really fun because they're full of just fun little Scottish things. And so the first one will be January 2022, and it will be all about Robert Burns. And I'm going to have mine here with me, and I'm going to show you what's inside of it. So it's really fun because you don't know exactly what's coming in these boxes. And this makes a great gift, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know what to get someone for Christmas. What a great thing to have. You know, you have this box showing up monthly with something random in it, but some really great products coming from Scotland. So stay tuned for more on that. But for today, we have on ScotWeek producer Diana McFarlane, and I'm so happy to have her join me for Whiskey Wednesday live at 5. And this is all about Tomatin, or some people pronounce Tomatin. Yes.
Yeah. Tomatin. So I'm going to stop you for just a second, Cindi, and tell you that real quickly, because you guys, this is live, that right now, Cindi, at home, all of our viewers can see both of us at the same time. So if you want them to see just one person speaking at a time, you need to go down to the bottom of your window, go over to the top right-hand corner, and choose speaker view on your Zoom. Because what you're seeing on your Zoom is what the audience at home is seeing.
I like
you want to keep both of us up here. That's cool.
Yeah, let's do both of us for now. And
that's fine. Yeah, so we're drinking Tomatin today, huh? So I went and bought my bottle here. I'm drinking the Tomatin Legacy. Now, for some reason in the United States, it's called something else. It's called, and sorry guys if I mispronounce this, but it's Duocas is what it's called in the United States, and it's called Legacy in the rest of the world. So we're going to try this. What are you drinking today?
Well, I have got the 21-year-old that's already open. Lucky me. And so it's limited edition 21-year-old. This is an amazing whiskey. I also have, just to show you, the number 15 limited edition as well. Also beautiful whiskey, and the number 18. And this one was aged in Oloroso sherry cask. And again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this. And Jenna wanted me to point out to you, it's funny because, I've done a lot of whiskey tastings. I played bagpipes. So I have actually been to a lot. I've played for them. I really enjoy whiskey because I am a piper. Everybody gives me whiskey all the time. We are not professionals by any stretch of the imagination, but we do try and we have a lot of fun. And we did notice with our ScotWeek social media that people are really interested in all things whiskey, which is why we started Whiskey Wednesday Live at 5 to begin with, just to have fun with it, to check in with you guys, talk a little bit about ScotWeek, which we'll do a little later on in the program before we say goodbye to you all. ScotWeek 2022 is coming up. We're very excited for what we're planning. But for now, let's talk about the whiskey. Now, normally, if you want to chat with us and you want to say hello, let us know what you're drinking. You don't, by any stretch of the imagination, need to be drinking the same whiskey as us. You can be having a different whiskey. You can be drinking water. You could be drinking wine, a beer, just whatever is your favorite beverage. And if you want to share that or ask questions in the chat, we like to talk to you, if at all possible.
Guys, we've got the chat running. So if anybody wants to say hello or let us know what you're drinking today, that'd be great, right?
Hi, Becky. Becky's on.
Fantastic. Hi, Becky.
I bet I know what you're drinking. I bet it's a really nice red wine, but go ahead and let us know what you're drinking, Becky. That'd be really great. And thank you so much for joining us. So with that, Diana, do you want to talk a little bit about this distillery? And I wanted also to have you on today because you went with me, and Becky did as well, to my family, the McIntosh seat in the north of Scotland, just south of Inverness, Moy. Mm-hmm. And this distillery actually is about 2 miles from my family's home there. And because of that, they're always gifting me, whenever I play pipes for them, they're gifting me this whiskey. And I've learned to really love it. And because it is so close to my clan's family home and family seat in Scotland, I was so excited to have this whiskey on tonight. And you've been into this area of Scotland, very beautiful part of the Cairngorms is a Speyside whiskey.
Yeah,
and talk about it. I know you've been doing some research. Tell us.
Well, yeah, I've never had Tomatin whiskey before. So I did a little research on it. I'm trying it for the first time right now. As you guys can see, I'm trying to get all the flavors. Something about whiskey is when you're tasting whiskey, you and I, Cindy, live in California. And so we're used to going and wine tasting and tasting wines and learning all about wine. But so one of the things that you don't want to do with your whiskey when you're tasting your whiskey is to swirl it like we do with wine. That's something that's a big no-no with whiskey. But when you get your nose in there, it smells really good. I'm going to let this air out just a little bit. But yeah, so the Tomatin distillery is located in Inverness. It's has been traditionally one of the biggest distilleries in Scotland. And what was fascinating, I found out really early, is it's been around for a long time, 1897. You have to excuse me, guys, we're having to look this up because I am new to Tomatin. But their business was booming in the 70s. Tomatin is often used as a blender for some other big high-end blends, like Chivas among them. And a lot of the Tomatin whiskey is sold to big third-party companies to be used in their blended whiskeys. And so what happened is there was such a big boom in business in the 70s that in the early 80s, when the demand for whiskey fell off, Tomatin found itself in trouble and started liquidating some of its assets. But coming to the rescue was a Japanese company. Forgive me, I just blanked out on the name. Takara Shuzo Limited bought Tomatin and saved them from ruin. And now today we still have Tomatin to drink, and there's many different varieties. Anything from what I'm drinking today, which is kind of on the lower end, up to some of the blends, some of the versions that Cindy has there in her bar, which are some of the higher end Tomatins. But it's a very popular whiskey, and they're still booming and doing very well in Scotland. So, Sláinte, I'm going to try it.
Sláinte, go ahead and try it. And while you're trying it, I'll just talk a little bit more about it and this area of Scotland. So as you know, every year, first weekend of August, there is a Highland Field Sports at Moy. So if you plan to go to Moy for the Highland Field Sports first weekend of August, you can then jump over to the distillery, which is just 2 miles away. Also very close by in this area of Scotland, you will find the Culloden Battlefield, which is a very humbling place to visit. There's a lot of information. There's a cultural center there, and you can actually walk out into the battlefield. Also Inverness. Inverness is one of my favorite towns or cities, we should say, but girl from Las Vegas,
beautiful.
Los Angeles. To me, it's a little bit of a town, but it's actually the largest city in the north of Scotland. It's stunningly beautiful on the river. And there's so many things to do, great restaurants. When we landed, we went over to one of the most fun pubs I'd ever been to. Lots of Celtic folk music. What a great place. There are.
Oh yeah, that little local pub in Inverness that we went to.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yes. So check out, again, if I haven't said it too much already, go to Visit Scotland, do some research. Now is the time to start booking your trip for next year. So Diana, what did you think? And tell me what your flavors of your tasting in your bottle of Scotch, and if you can hold it up again and maybe a little closer to the screen so we can see exactly what it is you're trying. That would be great.
I've already put just a little, because I did an initial tasting and then I put a little water in it. So the reason the clearness, the color right now is that's got a little bit of water in it. So I'm waiting for that to open up. But white chocolate, cinnamon, you can definitely taste the bourbon casks. The whiskey itself is bottled in virgin oak casks. So you can take the finish on it is very oaky. It's very smooth. I can smell a lot of especially the cinnamon and the white chocolate. That's just me. But it's really, really good. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
And this 21-year-old has got to be one of the best whiskeys I've ever tried. It really, truly is. It's very smooth. Because it's light in color, I'm going to say it's a ladies' whiskey. I'm sorry, guys, everyone, if that sounds sexist, but because it's smooth. When I first started drinking whiskey, they started me with Dalwhinnie because it's very smooth, and they called it a ladies' whiskey. So I'm a little old school. So this one is delicious. It's really, really good. And I just want to read on the back of the box here. It's very elegantly written. Since 1897, there has been a quiet revolution unfolding in the heart of the Scottish Highlands. High up in the mountains, the rounded peaks of Monalai, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, mountains, there's no room for rugged and robust. Here, patience and a gentle hand and passion for the purity rule the day. In this idyllic spot, the naturally soft water of the river is introduced to tender Scottish barley. Later, from the tall, slim copper stills of the Tomatin distillery, a mellow, fruity spirit is born. Gentle maturation in the cool, stable environment found high above the sea levels lets the subtle character of this distinctive Highland single malt Scotch whisky emerge. And, if you've never been to Scotland, I just want to tell you the water is fantastic. And I know that this is why the whiskey is also fantastic. Diana, do you remember traveling into this particular area of Scotland, and what do you remember about those mountains and those hills?
I remember the beautiful green and the forest. I remember if you go when it's warm enough, we always go in the summer, so there's always plenty of heather, the thistles. Just the thistles growing in the wild are one of the most magical things. We do have them here in the United States, but there's nothing like seeing just the big, tall thistles growing wild in Scotland. And something I'll tell you said earlier you don't like water. I do like water in my Scotch, in my whiskey. And with the Tomatin, after I put a little water in it and let it open up, now I can smell all the fruity notes in it. And that's delightful. Really nice.
This one smells some cinnamon and a little spice, but not heavy. It's not the type of drink that I would put hair on your chest. Because we girls don't frankly need hair on our chest.
I'm all for, a ladies whiskey, because you know what, that's the whole, I think some of the marketing plan behind Sam Hewen's new whiskey is that it is Sassenach is a whiskey that's been marketed to appeal to women, and because everyone says it's a little sweeter, it's a little more, chocolatey, it's a little more of all that ladies like the flavors. So, hey, Cindi, do you want to talk about what do we have coming up for ScotWeek?
Well, yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that. So we have some dates, April 16th through April 23rd, and we're very excited. We cannot officially announce the location as of just yet. We're still working on that to get final approval, but it's going to be fantastic. We're going to host this event, hopefully within the city of Beverly Hills. And we are going to have a really fun reception. We looked at having a gala dinner with a red carpet reception, and we decided that it's a lot more fun just to have the reception. People love walking around. So if you can imagine, you're going to walk up a hill into this beautiful property where you're going to see some beautiful things. Maybe you'll see a bright electric blue tree, maybe a white stallion in front of it. And then you're going to see a bunch of little vignettes and things around that you can experience. So there are all different types of experiences of food, drink, trying things out, such as curling. You're going to be able to take lots of photographs, and yes, there's going to be a lot of entertainment. And so this is really going to be a special event you're not going to want to miss. And in the coming month or two, we'll be able to confirm exactly what we're doing and start selling tickets. So keep watch for that. And then April 23rd is going to be our ScotCon, or our Scottish Business Conference. And we will host that virtually. And we will broadcast around the world. Something COVID has taught us is that it's actually okay to be in the virtual world, and we can actually get a lot more people tuning in if we keep this on social media. And then there might be a few other different types of receptions around town and people hosting things on behalf of ScotWeek. And so just stay tuned to our social media and watch for things to unfold as we get very excited for 2022. And Diana, is there anything else you'd like to share about that as well?
No, I think you covered it. I mean, everything, you're the boss. So what I know about ScotWeek is what you told me. So, and sometimes I find out about things, when everybody else does, when you guys at home do. So I'm excited. It was a crazy, a fantastic, wonderful event last year. We had a great time. We had 2 days for 12 hours each. We had fantastic programming, features, films, interviews, great panels that because not only ScotWeek not only focuses on the heritage and culture of Scotland and the Scottish diaspora around the world, but then we also focus on Scots and the country of Scotland going forward into the future. So there were panels on natural energy. We had some guests that work in renewable energy talking about COP26 that was just held in Scotland. I mean, in Glasgow, yeah. And some of the good things that we hope are coming for the environment out of that. We had a brand panel. Our business conference encompasses everything. There's a little bit for everyone there at ScotCon. To anyone, a little bit for. What I'm trying to say. There's a little bit for everyone having to do. Can't speak today. With Scotland, we talk about everything Scotland, and that's heritage, that's culture, that's language, that's business, that's art, that's music. That's what ScotWeek is. It's a celebration of everything Scottish and everything Scotland, and we hope that you guys will join us in April.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun, and there's a little something for everyone. We have a lot of entertainment that we try to intersperse to break things up throughout the day, and that's really fun. And so we also want to, I'm so grateful to our entire board for each and every person on the board and all the work that they do and what they bring to the table for ScotWeek. And I just want to do a shout out for Graham McTavish, because we love him. Not only is he, a special character on Outlander who we adore, but also he just launched his Men in Kilts with Sam Hewen, and they just are wrapping up, I believe, if not have just wrapped up their filming over in Scotland of season 2. So congratulations. And they just released their second book.
Yeah.
Books are very fun. So follow them on their social media as well. Two really fun guys. And thank you, Graham, for all of your support and being one of the founding members of ScotWeek. That's tremendous for us. And then
of course, just, aside it for Graham as well as, I don't know if you saw it, Cindy, but they also, Stars just released one of the first trailers for, I think it's season 6 of Outlander. So that's coming very soon. And so we are, I know you are pulling for Graham, that Graham's new character and Outlander is going to have a lot more appearances in this next season, right?
Well, and he didn't want to confirm that for us yet. But if you watch down below, so down below, there is an interview with him that we did earlier this year on ScotWeek. And we talk a little bit about that. He actually comes back to play his own bastard son. And he's quite a dark character and the new villain of the show. So it's really fun to watch. And I'm sure he had a great fun time making that, so speaking of which, YouTube, guys, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to try to build it out here. This is where we're going to start just hosting Whiskey Wednesday so people can watch. There's a lot of content already in this channel, and that's because we've used it sort of as a storage container, if you will. We're releasing for
all of the live events, huh?
Yes, and we're releasing the segments from earlier this year, 2021. We released one every Friday. So stay tuned so you can watch those. Those are coming down out of the special software program we used to produce ScotWeek. A lot of interesting panel discussions and interviews and interspersed by entertainment. So there's a lot on here, guys. Take a look around, but please do like and subscribe and share with your friends. And we appreciate you watching.
And you know what? Let us know in the comments down below this video what you guys might want to see, what you expect to see from ScotWeek, so that we're more than happy to create programming that caters to what you guys want to see and what you're interested in. But let us know in the comments below.
Do that. And then also stay tuned. So we actually have a schedule for the whiskey tasting, Whiskey Wednesdays live at 5, all the way through the end of 2022. We're not going to post all of that. I think we're just going to give 5 weeks in advance so that you have the opportunity to buy the single malt scotch and have it in your home if you don't already. Because, my house is full of scotch, as Diana can tell you. But if you don't already have the scotch, you can purchase it and taste right along with us. By all means, if you don't enjoy scotch, for whatever reason, drink whatever you like. Becky's drinking her red wine. And it's funny, I took her to the Oban distillery in Oban, and I have cute pictures of her little face when she tasted the whiskey. It was not something she really enjoyed. However, so when we do the Oban whiskey tasting, I'll post that picture just for fun. But do let us know what you'd like to see. And of course, down below in the description below, you're going to find some links. And please do visit our ScotWeek sponsors and follow them. There's some great products coming out for Christmas, everybody. And Diana, do you have anything more you want to talk about this beautiful whiskey? I'm really enjoying this.
I think that we need to touch on, because one of our sponsors today is Scots of the World. And so we need to, let's tell us about that. We haven't talked about Scots of the World and Graham and Karen Kerr and what they're doing currently over in Scotland.
Yeah, I talked just a little bit about it a few minutes ago,
Oh
but
yeah, okay, sorry.
okay, there's people that are tuning in and people who
If you're just joining us.
joining us. But no, please, check out their website. There's some information down below. We'll go ahead and put their website. They're going to be launching a new website, and I think it's so fun what they're doing. They're creating these boxes that you can subscribe to the box, and you can choose. They have different price ranges, and you can choose which price level you'd like, and you can have it shipped monthly, or they're looking at also doing maybe quarterly. But these little boxes are fun. They're full of Scottish items and Scottish made items from Scotland. And they're designed just to be a heck of a lot of fun. And you don't know exactly what you're going to get. So, like I was saying, January is going to be all about Robert Burns. How fun is that? So I can't wait to get that box and open it up and show you all here what it is that is coming inside that box. That's going to be really fun. And what a great Christmas gift to get for someone who has everything. Like the Dr. Ken.
It's a box.
Yeah.
Scottish stuff. That's very fun. It's very fun about it is that you don't know. It's a surprise box. So you get a box, it's got full of Scottish stuff in it. But you don't know exactly what it is. So it's a mystery, and that's kind of fun, I think.
It's really fun. And I also want to point out that Scots of the World was a major sponsor of ScotWeek earlier this year in 2021, as was Angel Share Glass, Karen Somerville. And we first found Karen when we streamed live for 9 hours, Tartan Day, April 6th, 2020. Right after, it was just right after COVID, and we had to cancel all of our events. And we found Karen Somerville, and she found us through the Scottish Business Network. And they were doing an amazing thing for the hospitals in Scotland. And because they make glass, and they do these beautiful little droppers, as well as they make the angels with the angel share with some scotch inside. And for all those of you who don't know, angel share is what evaporates in the top while the whiskey is aging in the cask. There's some evaporation from the top. We call that angel share. And so they actually make some beautiful hand-blown angels with the scotch inside. And at the time when COVID started, it was amazing. We did our Scotland's Heroes, people who were helping with the pandemic. And Karen was one of those with her company. They were blowing pieces of glass that could make a ventilator be able to have two people attached to it with their glass products. So huge shout out to Karen Somerville and Angel Share Glass. Please visit her on the web. And thank you, Pam and Mike Reynolds, for this beautiful gift. I absolutely love my daughter. And it's
there's a great movie called Angel Share that if you haven't seen it and you don't know what the angel share is, it tells the legend of the angel share in the movie. Just Google it, the angel share. It's a movie. It was produced in the UK, I believe. But after seeing that movie, Karen and her dad came up with the idea for Angel Share Glass, and that's when they founded the company, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see there is somewhere in this YouTube channel, and Dana might know where that is. There's an interview with Karen and some other things that she has been so kind to provide to ScotWeek. And so we want to give a huge shout out, get your Christmas gifts that way. And then also visit Scotland. Don't forget to plan your trip to Scotland next year. If you have questions about that, you'd like to see us give some more information. There is a interview we did for ScotWeek 2021 with Visit Scotland, and some beautiful footage of Scotland. And we can actually have them on again if you guys are interested. But it's a good thing to start booking your trip now, because Jen and I have been to a couple of the Highland Games this year as the world has started to open up. And I can tell you, we have seen 2 to 3 times as many people at these games that we have ever seen before.
Yeah.
And I know that people I haven't been to Scotland since August, of 2019. I'm missing it. I usually go every year at least once. And it's going to sell out and everything's going to be completely booked. So I think you should get on it now and start planning your trip for next year.
Definitely. And it's going to be crazy. Like we usually go in August, right, Cindi? But during festival's going to be insane this year. I think insane.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. And keep watching for all of our ScotWeek sponsors and our partners around the world, and more great information. And I just want to tell you again, I'm so very thankful for all of you. I'm very thankful for the ScotWeek team and the ScotWeek family. And I'm looking forward to 2022. It's going to be a fantastic year. I hope you and yours have the most wonderful Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow. And everyone's hopefully going to be able to be with their family and friends. And I'm just so grateful for all of you. And I'm grateful for you, Diana. Without your expertise, we wouldn't look so good online. You are the most amazing producer and multifaceted, talented lady. So, and also just want to point out Red Rubber Media. Sorry, I'm doing a plug for you. I didn't tell you.
My company.
Yes.
Thanks, Cindi.
Amazing work. And thank you so much. So grateful.
And with that, Sláinte.
Sláinte. And please remember to like and subscribe, and you'll see us here next week on Whiskey Wednesday live at 5, and look for the schedule. Danny, do you remember which is the next tasting that we're doing?
If we look it up real quick.
I meant to write it down. I was the one that made the schedule, but if you think I could remember it, no. So just want to make sure you're able to get your whiskey if you want to taste it with us next.
Let's see.
And that should be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, do try this Tomatin or Tomatin, however you want to pronounce it. It's a beautiful, beautiful whiskey. I'm really enjoying it.
Let's see. So,
well, we're going to post it, and we'll put a link.
Just go. It's being posted in social media. One of the places that you can find it is facebook.com. ScotWeek LA is our Facebook page.
Yes, and look for us online, and we're also on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. It's amazing to me, but all the Scots are real big about LinkedIn. That's a big deal for them. And we'll see you here December the 1st, if not before, just because St. Andrew's Day is November the 30th, of course. And we might want to do a little shout out for that as well. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. December 1st is Samaroli. Is that how you pronounce it? Samaroli, Samaroli. So if you can get a bottle of this whiskey, we're going to be trying it. We're mixing it in with some more obscure whiskeys that we haven't heard of before that we need to try and get out there into the world. Okay?
Okay.
Well, Dinah, thank you so much for joining me here today. It's a great, great pleasure and honor to have you.
Thank you, Cindi.
Absolutely. And I just want to say,
my pleasure.
Everyone, goodbye for now. And I have to hit the end button. I'm not sure where it is because we are new.
Go to the bottom of your Zoom window and click on the little dots.
Okay, I'm going to do that now. As soon as I can find it, because I was actually on, it looks like I'm on YouTube. So this is really funny because, we've only ever done this on Instagram.
Just in the meeting, honey.
Okay.
Just in the meeting, and that should close out the live stream. So bye, you guys.
Okay, goodbye for now.
Bye.